Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would do just a quick little luxury chit chat. I originally wanted to do my makeup as I was like talking about the new bags, but I am breaking out so much, so I didn't want to like have you guys see all of my pimples. So if you guys are interested to hear some of my thoughts, then just keep watching. First bag that I wanted to talk about, I completely forgot to talk about it in my last video, so it has come out for a couple weeks now, or even honestly a couple months, but I just never brought it up. So if you guys didn't know, Goyard, I don't know any of the actual names, so if I can find it on the website I totally will. Goyard actually has their own version of a Nano Noe bucket bag, and I think it's so cute. I actually even like it more the fact that there's like a leather trim right where the little pull tab is. I actually really like that as well. But it's essentially the same. You can see from like the very bottom of the base that it is canvas, and then it just has like that trim of leather. Of course they do have this available in all of the other colors. I just want to know the dimensions of this, so if any of you guys have this bag on in person, please leave me a comment down below, because if this could actually fit a phone standing up, like I have the iPhone 16, I mean my iPhone 16 would not fit in a Nano Noe standing up, and that was one of the main things that always held me back from getting the Nano Noe. So if this is actually even like a centimeter or two higher than the Nano Noe, I feel like it would be perfect. And of course you can top handle this or crossbody this as well, and I've seen this one girl actually shoulder bag it, which I think is adorable, because with the Nano Noe, at least not from my recollection, you cannot shoulder bag it. It's just crossbody or a top handle situation. But I thought that was super cute. And you guys know that I still have not added a bucket bag into my collection, so I was really debating on the Nano Noe, the Fendi Montresseur, honestly even the Neo Noe BB. That one was actually really cute as well. And then Celine actually has really cute bucket bags as well, but I digress. I saw two new Goyard bags. If they're not new, pardon me, but I actually was not aware of them yet. So they have a bag that essentially to me looks like a Polen bag. I forgot what number. It really does look like it. Maybe just ever so slightly slimmer and not as crescent. This is more like a half circle situation, but I actually kind of like this. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of go back and forth where I like how simple it is, but then I'm like, is this gonna feel kind of cheap and cardboardy? Like, what is this like? If you guys are familiar how I feel about Polen bags, I'll put a video up here. But a lot of you guys that have touched Polen bags before in person have also said that Polen has like a very like cardboardy type leather, like it's very stiff. So I'm assuming since this is canvas, I'm sure it has a little bit more flexibility into it, and then the leather I would assume is on like the softer side. Not soft, but like softer side. But I actually like how thin the strap is. Like it's very narrow. This one would be very interesting to try on. I feel like I would like this more as a shoulder bag, less of a crossbody, just because it seems a little bit bigger. And then the last Goyard bag that I've never seen is this kind of like crossbody top handle situation. I think it's very unique looking for sure. I wouldn't say that I love it, but it is very unique. I don't know, I think it's just the way that the handles are designed. I mean, it seems easy to just kind of like top handle. Definitely can't be a crook of the arm bag. I mean, I like the little leather trimmy bits on the corners, but I feel like that's as far as it goes. So next I wanted to talk about Celine really quickly. They have a green teen Celine Lulu bag. I've tried this bag on in Melbourne and it is very cute. I don't see myself using this as a daytime bag. You guys know me, my affinity for my Ava, but also it's the opening of this bag seems very tight. Like I think this would be an amazing like dinner night out, or if you're at like a resort and you just need your camera and your phone and some like lip or hand sanitizer or something. I just don't see myself using this as an everyday bag because it is smaller. It makes me curious if, since this is a teen Lulu bag, if they're gonna come out with like a large version of this. I actually might like, because I feel like if they made a large version of this, imagine that zipper pull tab with like the gold Triumph enamel, that would be super cute. But I feel like it'd be a Celine version of the Prada RK bag, and I actually do enjoy the Prada RK bag. I think I actually would even enjoy if they made a large version of this bag more than the Prada RK, just because of all the little details where it says like Celine Paris, and then it has like the adjustable buckle and then the crossbody strap and everything like that. So there's potential, but I just wanted to talk about this green color. I immediately, when I saw this green color, checked if they had any card holders in this color, because I was very tempted. I would have added to cart so quickly. The next two bags have been out for a while. My Celine essay posted this on her story. Basically they have a micro size of their Tilly, so it's essentially a bag charm bag situation. I just think it's so crazy though, because with tax this bag is over $900, and it's just like, like, how is it a micro bag the price of like a full-on Louis Vuitton pochette accessoires? Like, that's an actual bag that you can put stuff in. I just think it's getting a little bit absurd, but this is very, very cute. And you guys know me, I have a huge love for like when it has the Triumph logo, but it's really, really flat. I think this is adorable. They do only have this available in the yellow and also in the raffia. Here's a picture of the big version of the raffia. So the micro one, I actually do like that they lined it with leather, whereas the bigger one is not leather lined. But I also wonder, did they line it with leather to make the micro one more expensive to like justify the price? Because if they didn't line it with leather, maybe the micro Tilly in raffia would have been like 700. So. And then the next bag I want to talk about was just a Chanel bag really quick. So you guys know about the Chanel 25, obviously. However, they made a Chanel 25 backpack, which I thought was very interesting. If I had to pick between the original Chanel 25 and the Chanel 25 backpack, for sure the Chanel 25, purely because the opening of this seems very not secure. Like a backpack, you're supposed to hold it on your back, but no matter where I am, even if I was in like a really nice area, I would still feel kind of paranoid because of how open this is. Like, for example, the Gabrielle backpack, it is obviously semi-open, but it's like cinched enough, it still feels on the more secure side, whereas the opening of the Chanel 25 backpack, I honestly feel like even if I cinched it all the way, like the CC logo all the way up, my hand could still fit and like grab something, which would make me nervous. So they do have this size just available in a regular size and a large size. I definitely think the large size is huge. Like the large size is giving Jennie from Blackpink using that a private jet to travel. Like that's the vibe where you can stuff as much as you want. Other than that, I just don't feel like it would be secure enough. Even if you use this going through security, if the bag tips over, I feel like a couple things could fall out as well. But I mean, I do think the aesthetic is really, really nice. I definitely think the ratio wise, the smaller one is much cuter. It kind of reminds me, there was this one little bucket bag that had like pearls around it and it had like the CC logo cinched. This kind of reminds me of that, just like a bigger and obviously grained version. What I do actually like about this bag is that the actual strap bits are a thicker chain. Like it looks more similar to a Chanel 19 chain, whereas the actual drawstring part is thinner. So it's kind of more akin to like a Chanel walk chain, which I do like because it's giving you kind of different textures. Well, I don't know if textures, but just like different dimensions where it's like thick and thin at the same time. So that's really, really nice. And then the last thing I want to talk about from Chanel really quickly is this classic zipped travel pouch, which to me is honestly just a giant version of their long wallets. Like imagine their long wallets and just double or triple it. I mean, I guess if you think about it like that, because a Chanel just zippy long wallet is I think like $1,000 to $1,100. So this being twice the size of that and being $2,000, I guess it's like reasonable. I mean, this is definitely giving kind of like travel documents, business-esque vibes, but I don't know, for $2,000 I would rather buy a purse for sure, or save up that money and get an actual walk, like something a little bit more functional. Basically this is just like screaming luxury. I don't know, it's like I get it, but I think it's kind of overpriced. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess you can put your boarding pass in here, but really like $2,000 to fit your boarding pass? I don't know. Alrighty, and then lastly we're gonna talk about Louis Vuitton. I want to just get the main one out of the way, is their brand new bag. It's called the Express bag, and I have feelings about this. When I first saw photos of it, I did not like it. Like I did not like it at all whatsoever, but actually the more that I started looking at it, I started liking it more. Still not a oh my god I need, or oh my gosh this is a 10 out of 10. I love the slouchiness of it. So first, they do have a couple different sizes. So they have a PM size, which obviously is their smallest size, which I do think it's cute. I actually do enjoy the fact that the strap is more of the piped strap. For me, I kind of go back and forth depending on what the bag looks like. Sometimes I don't really like it when they use like their piped strap versus just like a flat strap, but this I actually do like. I feel like it kind of fits it, and obviously I love the dip in it, like that slouch. This bag looks really functional for travel, and honestly even every day as well. I just don't know how I feel about the fleur-de-lis monogram as like the trim situation. I'm leaning more towards I don't like the fleur-de-lis trim, but maybe if I tried it on it would change my mind for sure. I do like the detail of the lock. Like I would have preferred this not having the fleur-de-lis strap, and the only part that would have monogram would be the little clochette. That I think would be really nice, and then everything else just being like leather, or like a darker shade of leather or black or something. Again, depending on how the leather actually feels. I mean, $4,500 is pretty expensive. It does look very functional. One thing I actually wanted to take note is that the medium size had two different textures. So they have this one, I'm not even going to pronounce the name, but you can see that it's more shiny and more aged and kind of crackly, versus they have the same color but in a softer grain finish. And I actually like the softer grain finish one more. I think that one just looks very, very luxurious. Like when you actually zoom in on it, I feel like the leather looks very, very nice. But I do see the appeal of the shiny one. It adds a little bit more like specialness to it, just a little bit more texture. Like if you're wearing just like a plain outfit and then you have that like sheen and like the crackly bits of the leather, I feel like it adds a lot more to the outfit for sure. I mean, I love the darker brown, but the suede actually I think complements the monogram a little bit more, or like the fleur-de-lis. But I do actually like how thin the straps are. I would be nervous, especially with the and let's say you're using this for travel, because the straps are so thin and there's a lot of space in this. Like you can really pack it on. Usually the thinner the straps, the more uncomfortable it would be. So if anyone has been able to try this on, please let me know. That would be my only gripe. I mean, the straps do look adjustable, so maybe you can crossbody this, but it's definitely giving like travel bag, which speaking of, their largest size is actually called the Express Travel. I guess visually the biggest size would be my favorite. And the bigger size also has a luggage tag, which I think is a very cute touch compared to the other one, which is just the clochette. I mean, out of the three, the biggest size is my favorite. Very interesting though that the biggest size is $4,800 and then the smallest size is $4,200. So it's just a $600 difference, like from the smallest to the biggest. And then just really quickly, a couple things that I wanted to discuss. They obviously reintroduced their older vintage style. So they have the Amazon, which I think is insane that it's $2,300, where you can get an Amazon on like DCT Vintage or a More Tokyo for like $500 to $600. Obviously the condition is going to be vastly different, but I will say that I actually adore that it's not even just treated vachetta, but like I actually love the depth of the patina that they hit. Like it really gives like excellent condition vintage vibes. So that I actually really like, because for example, what are some bags that are already pre-treated vachetta? Okay, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are some where it's like pre-treated already, like the Nano Speedy. But if you compare the Nano Speedy vachetta to, let's say, this one is way richer and darker and like the essence of like honey golden patina, which I actually really, really like. $2,300 though, I think is kind of unfair. Like at least hit it with like $1,900, but like $2,300, really? If this was $1,900, I would think about it. I would think about it, truly. And then also what's really cute about the Amazon is that they have two different versions of the monogram. They have like the classic regular monogram canvas, and then they have kind of like a zoomed in version of the monogram canvas. So I actually think it's different enough that it is quite cute, but also insane that the bigger version, I just noticed right now, the bigger version is essentially like $1,300 more expensive. Okay, this has to be leather then for it to be like that much of a price increase. Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I'm just looking off screenshots on my phone right now. Okay, yes, so it literally says updating it with luxurious details crafted with soft half skin. So it's basically like a P9 Speedy, where it's supposed to look like canvas but it's actually leather. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, still kind of crazy, basically $4,000 for like, you know, but I think that's very nice. So if you want to like elevate it a little more, and it's kind of like an if you know you know, that I actually do really enjoy. I do like that. I do like that. And then going on that same train with the golden honey delicious patina is that they do have a Keep All 25, and I'm obsessed. Like I would honestly buy this, even though I said I don't need any more Boston bags. You guys know that I have this Nano Speedy, the Speedy HL, like too many Boston bags, but I would justify this because it's big. Like this is a plump looking bag. Like when you see it against the model, I love the size of this. It's literally like, I used to actually want a Keep All 45, but now realistically I just don't see myself getting that. I just don't feel like I would use it. It's like I wanted it to just have it in my collection because I'm such an LV stan, but it just wouldn't make sense, to be honest. Like I would just never use it. Like it just seems really heavy. But digressing for that, I love this. It makes me sad though that the Keep All 25 in this is the leather. Like I think that makes it super luxurious, but $3,500 is kind of like for you know what I mean? I don't know, this is like super iconic. Like I just love that it's basically a Keep All shrunken down, made into leather, and then they even added the luggage tag. I think that's super cute. So if any of you guys are buying this, please tell me, please, because I really want it. But like $3,500, ooh, cute. I feel like I could pull the plug and get this if I was in Paris right now. Then I would justify it because it's like I'm in Paris, the Louis Vuitton flagship store, and I'm getting a keepall but like a shrunken down version. And the patina is really what like sends me into absolute oblivion. This is really cute. Wow, I love it so much. I love it so much. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about a pocket organizer really quick. If any of you guys are getting, you guys know the pocket organizer is my favorite Louis Vuitton SLG slash card holder situation. I definitely want to collect more. I mean, I only have one, but I definitely want to get like 2 to 3 more. This I actually really do like. This is part of the Nigo collab with Pharrell. Do you guys remember he did his whole like chocolate situation with the canvas? So he basically redid that, and I actually do really enjoy this. It has like the reverse monogram, regular monogram, damier, and then just like a little tidbit of brown right there, which I think is really cute. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are getting it. I actually love the shade that he used on the inside. It's like this super rich dark chocolate brown color. I feel like that actually fits perfectly because it looks like melted chocolate. If any of you guys are getting this, let me know. I also love how any pocket organizer from like a special collection has a date, because you guys know that my Cloud pocket organizer on the inside, it says like the fall and winter in French 2020. So that's really cool. So those are all of the new items that I wanted to discuss. Let me know if you guys prefer this kind of format with just like photos, or if you guys prefer like the full-on website browser and we're perusing things together. Feedback would be appreciated, which one you guys prefer. I mean, obviously on like really big collections, I'll for sure do the website because then we can actually like zoom in on things together and stuff like that. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.